Good evening, everyone. Thank you for claiming first, which I assume was a first, which might have been a double or triple or even quadruple entendre. Last deviant. Hello, Mr. Maizena as well. Welcome. I probably will not be streaming for the usual amount of time. Also, welcome to Krashafa. Pleasure to see you. Anne says, Lorian, welcome. And welcome to Mino Mess. I'm hoping that I can get this copied to the level down there today. But knowing myself, it will probably take more than... I think I have around somewhere between 2 and 3 hours. But it's better than nothing. And I was considering doing it off camera, but people complain when I do that, so... How are you guys all tonight? Serifax, welcome. Several new faces here tonight. Pleasure. I don't even know where to begin. This thing is, well, I know where to begin, set up the refineries, but I think we'll have to take a short trip back to the base. Late lunch and now relaxing? That sounds nice. I actually had lunch myself just before I started streaming, which is perfectly normal at 11:40 or so PM. At least in Caledon land. Sleep patterns. It's a weird thing. I am not familiar with this bizarre concept, I suppose. So this is... Let's see here. Let me just get this at the right place. It's supposed to be one away from the seam, I believe. Yes. Let's just go down there and start up the... Actually, I put them there at the right spots, didn't I? Did. Okay. That helps. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. The other side, same thing. You've been swimming in a waterfall rather than working on the factory. Well, I suppose there's worse things to do. Sounds cold, though. Swimming in lava probably is warm, but I'm not sure if I would recommend it. And yes, I thought you deserved a fancy badge, Mr. Maizena. And after all, circuit and all. And yes, I should do a shout out. Useless streamer. How the heck? Okay, game. You're having some very interesting concepts of what snapping involves. I don't even know. Sometimes this game does weird things. Let's see here. I can do that here, I believe. Would be C. So.
Oh, that was almost pretty smooth.
You're perfect.
Cream pie people all the time. Oh no, sorry. I didn't read properly. You cream for people all the time? Nice.
Did you say what I think you did? Oh, you play Detroit Become Human. That's one of my favorite story games. A little broken. Yes! Yes, that's... Okay, that's what I thought you'd said as well. Yeah. Little Freudian indeed. Also, let's do a shout out for Krashafa.
I was trying to build multiples, and then when I decrease it down to one size again, boom. So it's not a pipe in glass.
Oh,
Is that
no.
acceptable clipping?
No?
It's a hacks. Yeah.
I liked your laughter there, Krishafa. Yep. That sounds like something Cobalt would be amused by. So everyone should go and follow both Mr. Maizena and Krishafa. Mr. Maizena being a part of the Red Circuit family. Krishafa being a part of the Factory Friends community. Mortified, yes, but having Cobalt mortified is very amusing, isn't it? She's not here, is she? No, we're safe. Okay, so the refineries need what? Need more encased industrial beams. I don't think that's going to cut it. Need 200. Nah. Like 20. Okay, well done. Yeah, that's gonna be an invalid next stop because I don't have the necessary station platforms for that. So I'm gonna have to do this manually, which probably involves at least one crash. Thankfully, re-railing the trains isn't that difficult. Okay, there's something wrong with the track there. I need to fix that. He's off doing science. I'm not sure if that's supposed to pull me down or the other way around. Somehow the image of Cobalt doing science in some dark laboratory is well, worrying. I can check it as soon as I'm done with this little train ride last evening. I think the command speaks for itself if anyone wonders what that was. But it's very cute. I hoped you'd like it. I made it a little bit longer than the 3 seconds you wanted. So it's about 9 seconds or so. Well... it could have been Snip and Snap. Can we ever? It's a constant issue of mine as well. I need to make sure that I am on the correct side of the signal. Okay, I don't want to fall down. So we could use... I don't need this much cable in my inventory. Do I have in the other carriages? I need more steel pipe. Okay, time for the pen and paper. It was foxes, by the way. They're foxes chatting. It's a quite cute little thing, but it does sound like Snip or Snap, which would be Chip and Dale, by the way, for the English-speaking people in the chat. Let's take 1,000 steel pipe. I probably should get 1,000 copper sheets as well. I do think I have enough... Oh, I do have enough steel pipe. I don't need more of it. I can take this out of this one and put it into this one, so I actually have everything on the same... Oh. Cable in here. Well, actually, that might be the best place for cables. If I take the cable out of there, put it in here instead. Copper wire seems fine. I need more iron plates. 1,000 of those. Yeah, there is that, Glass Deviant. However, I do have questions in regards to your mother's assumptions here. I shall leave them unasked, though. Do I need anything else? Not really. So if I put the motors back in here... Oh, yeah, I need encased industrial beams, but those are out at the... 600 of those. Those are out at the base. Put the plastic in there, and I can put the alclad sheet and concrete in here. Oh, and rubber. And then we can go to the hypertube, so we can go and pick up encased beams. I should probably try to get those into the base here, but... yeah. Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, I'll respond to that after the stream, Glass. Steel. I should probably build some more, steel pipe, just steel pipe. This is one of those moments where I say, I hope you do not have children, Mr. Maizena, because, one day you might not wake up, because they might have smothered you in your sleep with a pillow. Then you're safe, for now. I have no plans of getting children myself, nor does my husband have any aspirations to having children, so pretty much in agreement there, but I don't think I would survive the ordeal either. I mean, what would the fun of being a father be if you can't torment them with that humor? I mean, it's 90% part of being a parent, right? Iron plate, that should be over here somewhere. And also I need copper sheet, which is down at the... That is something that I definitely do not need. Actually, I can take more than that. You had 2 children and you still don't want them. But did you torment them with dad humor, Glass Deviant? That is the important part. For myself, I mean, I don't have anything against children, but... I can avoid that, I don't think I'd mind. Luckily, I am in the position where it wouldn't happen in an accident, so... Or someone will get a Nobel Prize. Or several, probably. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, Glass, it would be weird. For many people, I think. Hey. I don't need leaves and wood. Way. Pick some nuts here. Appropriately enough, considering what we're talking about. I think that's everything I need, actually. I can pick up a couple more engines or motors, just in case. I don't remember if the water reactors need those. No, those need rotors, but I have a stack of 100 of those in the train already. Yeah, that was an autosave. I was wondering if I was getting stuck in the sign or something. Okay, let's put these in there. And 5. Then the copper sheet. Yeah, we can put these in. Take back that one back. I think I'd like to take that one. A couple more. One more. What else did I take out? 2 stacks of those. Why did I fall down there? The rubber and the alclad. Okay. Now I definitely do not need this many encased industrial beams. 3 stacks should suffice. Here we go. So, are we going to have some train crashes now? I like this plonk noise. From the signals, that is. And as I mentioned in the last stream, having copy-paste would have been immensely useful right now, but I don't think we needed to go in here, but sure. Well, it seems I avoided train collision. Train collisioning? That's a new one. I think that one signal over there is maybe a little bit too close. I probably should remove that. This isn't looking too bad now that the building isn't empty anymore. Good evening, Addicted to Capping. I am doing okay. No, 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 no. Minor kiss, good. Bonk indeed. Let's try that again. These trains are a bit heavy, especially when you have 4 wagons. There we go. And then we can continue on these. I think I had plastic on this side and rubber on the other one, but I'll go back up and check. that would be 5. Snapping is more than a little bit off currently. Position. Four and 5. And I've done something wrong here. Yeah, this one is not correct. It should be here. Now that's not correct either. Incoming auto save as well. I usually have the ladder on the foundation outside there. So if I have 5 of these in a row, then there should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, there we go. Thankfully it was the last one that was misaligned. Not the second one or something, because that would have been fun. And it would also have been very typical of me. Okay, so that's 40 refineries. Is exactly what we need. 20 on each side. And now, let's have a look at this. Okay, so plastic on this side, rubber on the other side. Do I have what I need to build? Yes. Oh. Go pick up concrete from the train. I'm going to need concrete for several things here. Did they add... Like, these things should be possible. They should add these, like the, these? They should add those for the hypertubes. I'm surprised they didn't, actually. Good evening, infidel. Or rather, good evening, infidel. I shall go pick up something in bedroom. And while I do that, you guys get to see this. Be right back.
To baby. Give the world. Must be wintertime in this half of the planet. It is. Holler if you see me miss a spot as we go around. We found those couple of missed spots last time or the time before. Usually right around towers. Mining fields where we couldn't see that we missed it. It's not easily. Well, Lisa finally finished that that demand from Caliber.
And it has to be a clip involving me, right? That took you some time, Wally. How many streams did that take you? Yeah, he has this... Do it, Wally, redeem, and I did that, and my request was that he paved the entire planet. Which he spent like 10 streams doing, because he was busy doing other things instead. Maintaining my very reasonable demand. And then again, I have come to expect these things from infidels. Oh no. I liked my exaggerated... Yeah, so the belts with... Yeah, they have to come from here. Why is there a hole in the floor there? It might be your longest request time ever for something. Now, I do not remember what height I did that at. I think it was 6 and 7. Well, you know what? I have notes in front of me. It was 6 and 7. Speaking of which... probably do this first. I do. Which is why my streams are usually more on predictable in terms of me being able to do what I'm supposed to do than yours. Looking forward to the rebuttal there. That's cheap, Wally. Try again. You can do better than that. The fact that I'm manually clicking all of these for refinery says something about how inconvenient I find the current state of the copy-paste in the game. You're too lazy to come up with a proper rebuke? Yeesh. Didn't realize things were that bad in Wonderland. Now, did I do 6 first and then 7, or did I do 7 first and then 6? I did 7 first and then 6. I think I can pick up the plastic and the rubber now, because just put these here for reminding me what came down where. The 6G? You on now? And also, what the heck is going on? Why are these actually behaving? Every time they behave, I start hoping that, ooh, maybe Coffee Stain has fixed it. And then, at some random point, I get disappointed, because they haven't fixed it. And I wish they had added zooping for these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did they fix them, or is it just that I'm in the correct direction? I haven't seen anything in the patch notes about that. Okay. If I do it this way, or maybe this way, just to see if I can break it again. Oh. Now that does not sound too good indeed, Addicted. I'm assuming you're being probed for... What are you being probed for, actually? Usually I would think that was something like neuropathy or something. 2 seconds. Oh. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I remember now. Well, nerves can regrow, but it takes a long time. After I had my surgery in my leg, after I had my little Donald Duck incident, there was consider this part of my arm, like where they had the
As a rule, I don't sprout tentacles, but in your case, I'll make an exception.
Cobalt Valkyrie is now en aspirant Knight Templar for 5 months.
Thank you so much, Cobalt, and welcome. We were talking about you earlier. Someone told me you were off doing science, which worried me, because I can easily imagine you in some dark laboratory doing science, Dexter style or something. Anyhow, so when I had that, if you'll just imagine that this is a scar here after they had done the internal surgery and setting the bone and all that stuff, like underneath the scar there was like a square area where I couldn't feel anything. When I touched it, when I poked it, there was no feeling whatsoever. That went on for about a year or so, and then it slowly started to come back, and now it's back to normal. And the reason, of course, was that they had literally cut off the nerve when they were working inside of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why couldn't they have added zooping to this? It would have been so much easier. This is one of the main reasons I miss Smart, actually. Gesundheit, Glaslevient. You're doing science, it's not... Yeah, that's what they all say. Isn't that like Dexter science as well? Well, I'm done now. And I didn't go into more detail than absolutely necessary. I could have been much, much more colorful in the details, because I don't have that at all. But out of consideration for potential people who do, then... Oh, you're welcome. I mean, I'm streaming. There might be people who took offense to that kind of things. Do I have to go pick up more cable or start deconstructing something? I hope not. You would think that is a circulation problem or a circutentaclitian probtentacle. Yeah, that's what I was like, huh? How did it even get up with that or come up with that? But no, that is a very classic neural blockage thing. Like the nerves are not able to communicate properly. I remember when I was a kid, if your leg had fallen asleep or something, most people would say that it was because you had blocked the blood circulation, which is not what happens. It's because you pinch the nerves. As if you were able to block the blood circulation that way, that would have been bad. Would have had far more severe consequences than just feeling like you had ants under your skin. How many tentacles I had back when I was a kid? I don't think I've kept track of it. Come to think of it, on the science thing, you work in a laboratory, don't you, Cobalt? Vague recollection of that. Why on earth would I keep a tentacle log? Hey there, hey there, Marshall, and welcome to the stream. You work in your office at home. Does that involve? Does your science involve Satisfactory, or does it involve work? I had to keep the tentacles hidden from them. Okay. Now I need to remove this part here. This part here. Can I have my flashlight, please? Thank you. Re-add. Could be that one. We found something tentacle related at work. Wow, that sounds a little bit ominous. I shall have a look afterwards. Move those two. Then these, I believe I put them there. There. Down to this level. Now, these ones can at least be zoomed, which is something. 1, 2, and I need to build 6 of them. Now, plastic should be on level 6, and rubber should be on level 7, so that's at least something. How did I do that? Did I have to start from the top, or did I have to start from the bottom? I think I had to start from the bottom, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay, so this is rubber. This should be here, I believe. Yes, you can reverse the lifts, but if you do that the wrong way with the floor holes, it doesn't work. You have to start from one end. There's a bug there. And I haven't seen any patch notes since last time I played, so I assume they haven't fixed it, since there's no patch notes. If I had started at the top, the final lift would not connect, or it would just be red. I wouldn't be able to build it. And I have no idea why. You probably started in the right direction then. Because the bug is that if you try... Geesh, this is finicky to get to... Really? How do I get this to connect to the hole? Jesus Christ, just 1 pixel? Ah. It's literally 1 pixel. That's interesting. But the lift floors actually allows you to have it going like that and then change to this and it'll still work. I didn't expect that. Well, that works. I suppose we can try it the other way. No matter how finagly it is. Yeah, they need to make larger hitboxes on these because this is just... inconvenient, say. You left yours all heretically different, hoping it would annoy me. You need to step up your game, Wally, if you think things like that annoy me. So that's there. 2. Well, that did work. I don't know. It didn't work the last time. I need to add a sound effect for lazy. Them's fighting words. Yes. So that means I'm getting these things down. Now the pipeline I had coming in here, and that was 2 plus 1. I need to add the pipeline first. It's the same over here. 2 plus 1. The question is, can I get that pipeline down? Well, yes, I can, I suppose. First, though, I think I'd like... Can I just... If I remove this, I probably can't put it in the same location. Unless I... Oh, okay, so I can do it like that. Because I rather really liked that style. Now, how the heck am I gonna get those? Oh, I need to do it on that one as well, I suppose. I like these new little thingamajigs they've given us. I'm so far quite happy with update 5. So the pipelines are actually going to come out underneath here. That is a benefit, because that means I don't have to care about this crap. Hello, and thank you for the lurk, Alex. I assume you might be going to bed. Would be around that time, I believe. In fact, you're actually up unusually late. Let's remove those, and yeah, let's build the pipeline first, shall we? I'd like the pipeline to go down directly into there. The other one directly into there. And save, and then I suppose we can remove all. Well, that should be enough. Yeah. Yeah, it should. Move these. That goes there, and the other there. And my ear is itching. Right, no, I have to do, let's see here, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. I'm not sure if it works with the floor hole there, but we can try. Because it would be better if it did. No. It's a weird thing. How about... Because I think that if I do it like that, I'm going to get crooked pipe. That is annoying. Because then I have to do this. Well, that could work actually. Yeah, that's fine. You know what? Let's say we have different definitions of what's cool. I'm quite happy that it doesn't work that way. Each to our own, I suppose. I can happily do without having to die every time I fall down. Then again, if you go far enough out, like you see the where the landscape ends there, you don't just die when you fall into the water. There is nothing there, so you just fall out of the world. Cobalt can tell you everything about it. No. My apologies. I'm making assumptions here. I know. It's been like half an hour. So that's what your science was about, was it? Okay, let's put these back. Ah. Sound from the pumps are actually quite soothing. Yeah. That was my assumption, that that's what your science was about. This goes there. This one goes there, and then this one goes here. And let's do this right away. and I won't forget about it. Yeah, that looks natural. These places would be good to have glass. Speaking of which, do I have silica anywhere? I think I do. I think I want to go pick up some silica actually. Edit timetable, and I want to go to there. Actually, yes. No, I want to go here. RNA. Why is the train going that slowly? Oh, because I managed to turn it off again. Thank you for the host, Nine Wolf. Might be lurking, but going to fight a giant undead dragon in Guild Wars 2. Undead dragons. I know those as Draco Liches. Well, regardless of whether Nine Wolf is here or not, I can still do that.
Oh no, GMO's memory is a bad thing. I think there was a hot tub and bikini stream planned for 5K subs goal.
If I got 5K subs, I would do one.
I can see why that was clipped. And I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to that or not. I've seen Runestone hot tub and bikini stream, and so has Cobalt, and our reaction was pretty similar. Desperately looking for where to close the tab. And a lot of no's. And that not no's as in nose, but no's as in multiple of the word no. That too. It's one of those things where I opened it and it's like, this... Do I want to watch this? But... So you don't really close it down immediately because it's just... You have this deep fascination of what the heck is going on here. At the same time... Yeah. Don't I need quartz crystal for making lights as well? I should probably pick up some of those too. Confirmed indeed, yes, there we go. I think I would describe it as one of the more interesting things I've seen on Twitch. Interesting as in the ancient Chinese curse, may you live in interesting times. Or somewhere in between that and interesting. Sure here. One thing that I can say with a certainty is that I'm not going to forget it. I have the images very, very firmly burnt into my mind. Especially the banana. Oh. They've changed it to Caterium. I like that change. But if I want signs, I need quartz, and I need crystal oscillators for the billboards. And AI limiters for the lights control panel. Not sure I'm a fan of that. I'm not making any AI limiters. There was a banana involved. It was made out of rubber. I just get 100, please? I don't think I need more than that. Apparently so, Cobalt. Apparently so. I feel that I would rather have 200 silica rather than having 200 quartz crystal, but where am I using that silica? All the way... Oh geez. Here? That actually gave me a mild jump scare. Good evening, Cyto Nightmare 85. Coyote Nightmare. It's going quite well, thank you. Stack of those. I need any more circuit. In here. I really need to get production of things, but to be able to do that I need rubber and plastic. Which incidentally is what we are working on, so is that. Excellent. Have they patched the game at all since I go into the hypershoot? Patched the game at all since? Oh, they have. Take some inventory slot, abbreviated item text, breaking the layout with the right, yeah, they have fixed conveyor lifts and floor holes, having soft clearance properly, so that might... I like this one. Potential fixes for some pipe snapping issue. You're incorrigible, Astiviant. Have not added anything about fixing the mergers. No, it doesn't. So I was obviously working at the weird thing. We want to go back here. Yeah, that was my thought as well, Glass Deviant. This might work, we have no clue, but we're pushing it out anyways. In case it works. Maybe. I should pop into the server as well. We do have a dedicated server running in one of the computers that I have out in the hallway. So if you'd like to play on the dedicated server, then feel free to pop into my Discord server, and you'll find the instructions for how to join the game. In the first of all, you have to go to the CG-roles channel and pick up the Satisfactory role, and then there will be instructions inside of the CG-Satisfactory channel that you'll find there for how to join the server. You can always go off and build something somewhere else addicted to camping. I mean, it's a large map. That's the beauty of having a community map. You don't have to build where everyone else builds. Yeah, CG info or CG-info should also be used. And also we tend to use CG-announcements for things like server updating and stuff. You tag the role that you get. Alright, now I can make billboards. I can make a billboard here. Wally should be happy with what this says as default, except for the fact, of course, that there's a typo there. And select an image. Right. Even added the car. Buildings. Not bad. Yeah, let's have a picture of a billboard on a billboard. Equipment. Monochrome. And background. That looks like a Borg cube. Oh, it's moving as well. Not bad, not bad. Should be shenanigans, but this end should be taken away. I'm not sure why that's moving, but do that. I can set this as a background. Moves. And text. I really have to... if I want the text to be central. Apparently that is not allowed. That is a great sign. It's modern art. I suppose I could. But I have to think hard about that one. Nope. I'm gonna take it away again. Okay, so the first of these pipes needs to come down. I could have done that, I suppose. First of these pipes have to come down there, so 1, 2. And the other of the pipes will be coming down here. Which would in this case mean... and this might be redundant now, because we want floating railings, which I'd rather not have. So, how did I do those hanging thingies? far up now. Okay, I just hooked them up. Ow. That is a good idea, actually, Wally. Okay, suppose I can do that. Then I need a dedicated sign area as well. Did I use regular foundations? Oh, I used those. Which is the... whatever it's called. Coated things. Well, we do now. We do know now, Sarge, Marshall. So too late. Where are they? There they are. Then that there. This should be starting to come up with school. Two. Now I feel like a snotling. For those who did not take that reference, snotlings are very intelligent creatures who can count all the way to 2. Wait, that pipeline is not at all what I intended. How did... oh. Well, the problem might be that I didn't center the thing. That should be centered. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. There. Then should zoop on some more fences or railings here, because I have a very special attraction to wherever I can fall down. No, it's not. This one is. This one isn't, so I have to tear it down again. Thank you. Also, welcome to the stream, Horst. Yeesh. That is definitely centered. Can I has pipe, please? Smart. Thank you. I would have noticed at some point, and then it probably would have annoyed me, but I probably wouldn't have noticed until I had connected up that pipe down there, so you just saved me some annoyance, which I am very grateful for. That's probably a too long pipe. Begs the question, how do I fix that? I suppose I could move this thing? Power, please. Could just do this as a... Is that far enough? Yes, it is. Should I... If there's anything... Oh, I know what I can do. I put that, like, say, there, and one there. Then I take... I like these black beam best, to be honest. Why isn't it... Oh, it's a beam connector double. Right? Suppose I shall take a metal beam then. But I don't... I would like to come down... Okay, so that works. Take that down there. There. Then... Beam connector, and I should be able to... Really? In the famous words of Shania Twain, that don't impress me much. Now this would have been perfect if it weren't for this silly thing here. Okay, so if I do this... That. Ah, axed it. Yeah, that works. And that is 1, 2, 3. Should be on the fourth foundation. I'm just going to do this lazily the first time, so I'll just take that down there, that there. Well, should give me the option to put that there, and then we can test if that is... It is good. Then we take beam connector again. There, there. What's the painted beam though? Comparison. Actually, the painted beam looks better. That's true. And a good suggestion for the future, because I'm probably going to do similar constructions elsewhere. We're going to replace these beams with painted beams because better, in my humble opinion. Speaking of which, can I... There you go, Wally. Almost. There we are. We have our own monument to Wally. They've always been humble. I like the uncontrolled laughter in chat here. Okay. Okay, so we know we can... I did it wrong? Well, I suppose... Yeah. Well, it's... I can experiment with that later. Let's get this show on the road, and we can make a heretic monument later on. I believe I can fly, and also I believe that Sky seem to be unable to do things today. That's unable. I think next step would... Hang on, what the heck are you on about now, Glass? A what or a what? That pipe should go there. Oh. I believe they call it a false idol. At least in religious circles. You never can tell, though. Alright, time to deconstruct thingies. Hello, Andrew. I am making modern art installations and also trying to build my recycled plastic and rubber setup. Actually, Wooly, what? Fun here.
Today's hard drives. It would take a really powerful one to really affect it, but today's hard drives are... Whoa, 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 wait a minute. Did that just auto-connect? Do you guys see this? It is feeding it. It is 100% feeding it. What?
Trust Andrew to be able to do things to break the game. In bizarre ways, because he builds such large factories that the game is not able to cope with it. Also, I think I did forget to do this. Must be done. How did I do that? And in Cobalt space, it's either the hypertube to heaven or the ladder to heaven, not a staircase.
How do?
Or actually, it might rather be the opposite way around, since Cobalt tends to go underneath the world. I thought that's what I did. You could make a special song about Cobalt and her staircase to other locations rather than heaven. We need a singer though. This is not going to be the easiest thing done so far. Yeah, that's... I think that is... Can I do this from up here? Slightly. Eesh. You've got at least 45 seconds to recover. You do make good points there, Andrew. Then again, wouldn't be as fun if we didn't get to see Kobold fall out of the world, then would it? I mean, there are certain things that we expect when we go to people's streams. Like, when you go to Kobold's stream, we expect her to fall out of the world. When we go to Andrew's stream, we expect his computer to violently explode. When you guys go to my stream, you expect my brain to melt down. When you go to Wally's stream, you expect Heresy Unlimited. These things should not be taken lightly, is all I say. Ouch. Heresy Unlimited with capital letters. Oh dear. I seem to have inserted a coin in Wally now. What the heck happened here? I'm at a loss for words now. This is almost as bad as the thing that your hypertube tried to do. It's even crooked. What the heck? Ah, this game does weird things sometimes. You swear you were not involved with that one? Yeah, That almost sounds as if you've had similar situations happen to you, Andrew. Actually, yes, I know you have, because I've been present when that has happened a few times in your when you were building that insanity of a fuel generator plant. That happened quite frequently, didn't it? Uh-huh. Then again, you got lazy, so what you did at the end was just putting down the junctions on the pipe, which you can do now because it snaps, but it doesn't snap when the height is this high, I discovered. Or it rather snaps to the first one, then the second one doesn't snap in place. You get the line, but it doesn't snap in place. The reason why I'm building 6 meters of foundations underneath is because that is exactly the height of the pipeline, and that means that I get it exactly aligned to the input on the back of the refineries. So it's just one of those quick hacks, I guess. Build things in the neat fashion that I prefer to build things in. Then the game messes with my brain and builds weird things like pipes going like that or up into the splitter above because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Wrong way. So the reaction of the devs to my minion visiting your world was actually what the fuck with 3 question marks. This is good. You know you've done a good job when you get a dev to react with that. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. If Runestone pops in one of these days, he's going to be disappointed because you can no longer see my leg. I'm now wearing sweatpants for the next 6 months. Yeah. Way will you? It's a good way to get your yeah, that's an even better reaction. I've had some similar interactions with Twinson in Factorio when we tried to do our multiplayer server. It ended up with him having to get access to the server so that he could do network packet tracing real time while we had players logging in on the server. But did figure out the issue. In turn led to the 521 concurrent player record. Okay, now this... Why do I keep pressing Q when I want to press E? Mega packets, that was indeed the issue with Factorio. I don't think I want to try to set a similar record for Satisfactory, to be honest. Imagine having 500 players on a Satisfactory server all at once. Not players, but foundations. Mind you. I'm sure that can be changed, Wally. But it might be an Unreal 4 engine limitation, I think. Yeah, assign smaller. Yeah, probably in the Unreal 4 engine. Oh, don't we do it on purpose? I mean, you guys tend to break the game more than I do. I tend to get stuck.
Not all who wander are lost.
Thank you so much for the follow, Horst. I tend to get stuck on things like this and spend hours doing this while then you go to Andrew's stream and you see him build 500 fuel generators in one stream. What did Caledon do in 5 hours? He built signals for 40 refineries. Thankfully, it's not a competition. I would feel inept if it was. Yeah. $10,000 concrete a minute. No, that's not small. I don't think I'd ever produce 10,000 concrete a minute in any of my bases. What? My biggest question is, why did you need 10,000 concrete being made per minute? I'm out of concrete. Small concrete. Well, that's an obvious explanation, Cobalt, but trying to pick Andrew's brain, trying to figure out. Yes. I liked Last Deviant's explanation though. $1.5 million concrete. Right. Well, your fuel plant is actually very impressive. Do you have any clips of it, Andrew? Speaking of which, I should check something. Can I do that? And that? Yes, I can. Yeah, the fuel plant. Because if you do, you should absolutely post a clip of it. I take it for granted that it was featured on one of the dev streams. Because if it wasn't, I will be very disappointed with Coffee Stain. Screenshots would work too. I have enabled ability for you to post links without being kicked in the behind by the bot. I think it's one of the most impressive things I've ever seen anyone build in Satisfactory, actually. Oh, that's excellent. Just post the link to that then. This is full. It's full. Good. It's not accepting any fuel yet because. Okay, so the next thing I need to do then is to separate this part from that part. I need to do that with because the belts are going to come out here and they're going to go down there and then go through the entire thing and down back here. Then one belt will go out there and the other one will go over there, and the same thing happens here, so these belts should meet up in the middle. Is that how I built it upstairs? Oh, skittish and bus. Skittish and bus. I think I was in... Oops, sorry, I accidentally managed to poke. Shock mount, it's called. They make good music. I think I was in your stream when you rated them at one point. I ended up hitting the follow button. And then this goes down there, and the plastic goes down there. And I think I did the same thing at the end here. Oh, they absolutely are. Yes, that is exactly how I did it. I think I did something underneath it as well. Yes. Goes all the way from there, round, then in. But I need it to be far enough. That's too close, I think. So I think I'd like to there. Other side will do the same. Like that. And here need to have gas splitter. 1, 2, 6, 7. Here I need merger 5, 6, 7. Move bottom and there. Up there. Yeah, so this one goes that way and the other one goes the other way. Fine. Good. Armchair philosopher. I haven't heard that term before, but I think I like it. How far out did I go with elevator 4? Oh, actually I did it in the middle of the foundation, didn't I? Yes, I did. So, in that case, I should move it again. Lift hole there. And on the other side, it should there. These again then. In the last stream when I was doing this, I had severe struggles doing whatever I'm doing here. My brain just decided to shut down as I was trying to figure out how I could limit the amount of plastic and rubber going from this part to that part until I figured out after half an hour of fiddling that, you know, just use a level 1 belt. I don't need the splitter to be programmable or anything. Which in turn made me feel pretty stupid, and my brain wasn't working afterward. I think that last stacker is too close. What do you mean? Where? Yeah, right, I see what you mean. What is wrong here? This is wrong. 100 subs on YouTube, congratulations. That is a nice achievement. I remember being very happy when I got the 100 subs there myself. That's better. Okay. Next part now is to connect up the belts. Always fun. I do believe I have to go out 3. Yep. And this side is plastic, so it needs to be 6 of them. Yeah, build a lift. Nope. If someone has time...
Not all who wander are lost.
Thank you so much for the follow, Fixit Inc. Cool. If someone has time to go check the questions thingy website that Coffee Stain Studios has made. Is this bug actually reported? That these things randomly move around as they find it or deem it suitable for them? I mean, it can't be that much of an issue for them to fix this thing. And the next question would be, how many votes does it have? I think it's been there since, like, release of the game. I mean, when they can fix things like the fluid dynamic things. This doesn't strike me as a very complicated thing to fix. And I don't know. What do I know about Unreal 4 programming? Nothing is the answer to that. $474 votes. Is it marked as acknowledged by the devs in any way, or...? And then we need mergers here. Hold on, I think you should be able to. Oh, now you can. Thank you. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Vote for it. 475 votes. Now it's still status open. It's weird that they actually have that. No. Depends on the severity of the bug, but they usually have some kind of, like, if you look at the wall posts, you can see that. And find something. Status. Yeah, they have in progress, they have rejected, they have solved, they have fixed internally, and they have known issue. And this is just open. They haven't even acknowledged this as a known issue. That is my reaction to that. Not going to connect up these yet. Just checking that the distance is good. It is. That goes there. There's a link to the older one in the comments as well. Yeah, that one is also just set as status open. Wow, that is 2 years old. Okay, Kobold, thank you so much for popping in, and hope to see you again soon. And be careful with your science. Goes there. I think let me just check. I think I had plastic go this way. Silly. No, I actually had rubber go this way. That is a bit silly, but sure. The big issue, as long as it's consistent with what's going on over here, which is also rubber. But the lift is wrong. I just voted for both of them. Are you logged in? Because you have to be logged in to vote. Yeah, rubber is on top. Should give me... If they have fixed the lift bug, which they actually have, the option is this one. And then this thing here. Oh. That goes to here. Yeah, that was what I was going to try. Let's just try that quickly before I continue. I just want to see what it looks like with the new hex frame windows. I have 3 of those there. I'll show the pipes. What? It's just fiddling. Then regular walls that like down to there. I think again, just staying here. Tear this down. If I do that, the pipe is in the center. Like that. Might work. I'm gonna experiment more with that later on. See what it. I'm gonna leave it there actually. I'm not gonna leave all of it there to take away the. Oh. Normally I would connect these from below, but the pipeline there is coming. And I might run Alclad. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I will run out of Alclad because I need Mark 5 belts on both sides. Or actually, be ×3. Let's as well go fetch more Alclad now, rather than later. I definitely need more Alclad. Sticks, conveyor for hold, actually, middle. To give me a snap. Then I need a 6, 7. Really need that, but no, because I'm getting dead. Did I do that upstairs? I think I did that upstairs. It looks more coherent. Oh, I didn't actually. Okay. Suppose I shall not do it like that then. One, 2, 5. There. That. There. Wait. And this fun part here. Oh! It was that line there when I did this last time? Didn't notice it earlier. That's useful. Or maybe it wasn't there because there was nothing for it to... Wait, that lift is not correct. Better, I suppose. No! Oh, it doesn't look similar to the other ones. Oh, whatever. See, the line isn't there now. I'm not sure why it suddenly popped up now. And this goes. Did that seem to connect? Okay, let's go pick up some Alclad so that That's out of the world. I think I have anything left in the train, do I? Oh, I do. I have plenty. Drop this and this. Okay. Now, to do this again. I think that's the correct distance. And this is still height 6. So yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, I forgot that I can actually unmark things now. Good evening, good evening, protopoly.com. How are you today, or depending on, well, actually it is today. Did you receive all of your parts yet? Yeah, 9 AM, yep. My brain took a couple of seconds, but then it kicked in. Here it is 2 AM. Well, it's progress. What is DC though? I have not heard that term before. Distribution center. Aha. And also hello, Runsan. Thank you, Butsport.
Weird Canadian sticker, everyone. Let's go. Oh no, it's Happy New Year. Yes, the Happy New Year is everywhere. I need to take a picture of this.
That was a good one. Brilliant. What CPU fan did you get, Protopoly? Noctua? Snowman MT6. I haven't heard about that. Then again, I'm a kind of a hardcore Noctua fan. Ew, that was a pun. Ah, wasn't a particularly good one, but it was a pun. Could have been worse. Hold on. Yep, you can. The customer service at Noctua is what... Well, that and the fact that they build sturdy stuff that lasts for ages. I'm still using the same CPU cooler now that I did when I bought my i7 700K. That was a lot of sevens. And I haven't had to replace the fans. Yeah, that's a sturdy fan indeed. However, it isn't as big as the Noctua NHD15. Look it up. See what I mean. On this side I need 7 of them. Yeesh, even more 7s. Easier here though, because as long as it keeps alternating like this, I can just build them. I'm worrying about. Lubber. This is not a term that I'm familiar with, but I'm going to assume that it has something to do with how my factory is going. Oh, plastic rubber. I'm almost done actually. I've got one floor working, and this is the second floor, which means that I'm going to end up with enough for a little while. I kind of dread having to repeat this if I need more later on. Wasn't such a good idea to have those walls there. Anything Intel? No, Intel fans are actually quite crappy. Since we're talking about fans. And there... 2, 3, 5, 6. No, the thing with the Noctua is that indeed, getting it to fit, that is a problem. You know, I'm not going to be overly critical of Intel now, but you know, they just released their new 12,000 series, and in their keynote they were going all, oh look how much better our CPU is than the AMD Ryzen 9 5950X. And even though AMD and Microsoft had released the bug fix for Windows 11, which actually made the level 3 cache on the CPU go as slow as up to 250 nanoseconds when it's supposed to be 10. Even though AMD and Microsoft had released that, Intel's charts is using the driver that doesn't work. So the alleged faster 12,000 series CPU being allegedly faster than AMD Ryzen 5950X is probably just bullshit. And since that is how Intel has been operating for the last, I don't know, 5 years, I don't like Intel. Because they're lying. But, that said, having an Intel compared to having an AMD, with Intel you always get stability. And I wouldn't mind having an Intel. But when I had the choice, I went AMD instead. Because at least AMD is honest. The numbers they presented at their keynote, when they said how much faster their CPUs would be compared to the current generation Intel at the time when they released the 59 or the 5000 series. Those were actually spot on accurate. But I really do wish that Intel would get back to doing proper things, because the one thing that I'm very much in favor of is a healthy competition between the two. I don't like it when one of them, like for instance, all those years Intel was in the lead, he would have been having quite a bit faster CPUs today if it weren't for that. The fact that AMD is on 7 nanometers and now going to 4 nanometers next year's, we probably would have had 4 nanometer already. Probably for several years, if it weren't for the fact that Intel was dominating. And I have no trust whatsoever that AMD would do exactly the same thing if offered the choice, if they had been in the lead. I can't use the Windows 11 update yet because of OBS is... I think it's my external microphone amp that is the issue. But with the new 12,000 series Intel CPUs, you have to use Windows 11 if you want to have the benefits of the CPU, because the scheduler that makes use of the E cores versus the P cores doesn't work if you don't use Windows 11. But I'm going to install Windows 11 as soon as it's working on my system, because I really liked it. I was a bit miffed that it doesn't work with my hardware setup. The issue might actually have been the level 3 cache issue. I haven't tested, and I don't really feel like upgrading my just to have to downgrade again, so I'm gonna wait a bit more. But if you have an Intel CPU, upgrading to Windows 11 should be fine. End up with multi 6. Eight. I would not recommend going Linux if you want to game on the machine, unless you are very, very confident about what you're doing. Getting games to work in Linux can be quite the headache. And you are losing performance. There. Oh yes, compared to how it used to be, it's much better today, but you are still losing performance. And it can be a bit of a pain to set up. If it weren't, I would probably be running Linux myself. I mean, I started using Linux back in 1997, so, but I just cannot be bothered with all that hassle. Way too lazy. Yes, but if you ask Bold Viking about that, he will also tell you that there are certain games he can't play because he's running Linux. And also, don't forget that Old Viking is, I mean, he's working with it. I think that's it. What I need to do now is power. Right? In hope, at least. 1, 2. I did take these one out from the machine, didn't I? Yes. I think it should mostly be good on Windows 11 with Windows 10 drivers. I mean, well, there are certain major changes to the kernel, but that might be the problem I'm having with my external DAC. I don't think they've released any drivers for 11 yet. But it should work, like my sound card is Windows 10 and fine. And that's an old Air. That's an old Asus Sonar X, I think. Yep. Actually, I think I'm gonna have the power balls there instead. I like having both ecosystems. Like gaming, I prefer Windows to get proper support for DirectX support, and also GPU drivers. Server-wise, I do run Linux as well, several of them actually, but I'm going to take that down to just currently. This hold is good. Yeah, many people do. I prefer not to be zealous or religious about things like that. But I can easily understand why people dislike Windows, and Microsoft for that matter. Windows isn't so bad if you just disable all the telemetry crap. Which is why I'm running Enterprise Edition. Telemetry is disabled by default most. Just a few things that I have to do. Hello, friend. Hold. But to run Enterprise Edition, you need to have a proper VLK. Otherwise, you have to be within a business organization. I don't think they have disabled the telemetry in the N edition. I think it's mostly just removing parts of the like media player and stuff like that. Does that clip go through the night clips? Because I have that thing built. I'm pretty sure they haven't disabled the telemetry though. I'm going to have the power lines go underneath here so that it doesn't clip, but for now I'm just going to get this up and running almost. Do all those prettification things afterwards. Lifts from these refineries belt. We don't need Starlink in Norway. Our government has if you live in a city in Norway, you will have access to 500 fiber optic. And the government is basically told the telecommunication companies that they have to build up that kind of infrastructure everywhere. Oh yes. I mean, it's a neat idea. The one thing that I'm concerned about with Starlink is how much space debris it's going to cause. Like, we already have enough of that. Oh, to live in Norway indeed. So hello, Catherine. Welcome. It has its upsides and it has its downsides. The downside being this period of the year and the upcoming 4 months being cold and dark. What happened with the Google project, where Google was building out fiber optic grids in select cities? Yes, to me, there is a lot of bad there. Me, tiny person, me no like cold, darkness, bad. At least when you have 16 hours of it per day. For 4 months. I mean, I start freezing if it's like less than 10 degrees Celsius, so... Okay, all of those are connected up. So if I just do... I take that one and I put... Do I have power underneath? Yeah, I do. And it's better to do it from down here. I'll put there, if I'm allowed. Move that. Connect that to there. And this one further on to that one. And this one to there. And then everything here should have power. Yep. Final thing I need to do then is this to there. And this there. Oh, I have plenty of blankets and also heaters. Heaters is a good thing, especially in winter. I know you don't stream on Twitch anymore, Catherine, but you can find her on YouTube as well.
Yeah, we'll take that. That's a gift that keeps on giving. Hey, Ron Behave, how are you doing? Welcome. Okay, welcome to the company. Hot steel for Cincinnati. All right. We have received a large order. Mr. Denman, an entrepreneur. Oh, Mr. Denman, an entrepreneur from Cincinnati, has asked us to supply him with 5 carriages of steel. Time is running out, and Mr. Denman has even sent a prepayment.
And here I was hoping for a clip that I could off. This should all be full on. A city of 1.5 million people that would definitely not be a rural area in Norway, for sure. Even our capital doesn't have that many people. I think that clip is very old, Catherine. I remember you playing it, actually, but it's been several years ago. Okay, so this floor is full on both the rubber and the plastic. You know what? That might be a good idea. Likely. Tiny. Bit. Otherwise, I don't think anything is going to be produced here. I'm very much in favor of this new ring noise. A lot easier to connect up the lifts now. I think it was some occasion, something. I remember there was some reason why you played it. Could it have been because of chrono.gg? I vaguely recall something along those lines. Oh, stop firing there. I mean, I do like tentacles, but I don't want my pipes here to be tentacles. Okay, that started everything up good. Now let's just see that all of the light indicators are either yellow or green. Yep. Which means that basically I've gotten to the point that I wanted to be. Oh, actually, I need to. That. Now, what does this building look like from afar? It's going to be interesting to add walls to this. Toronto that big? Wow. HD hunting. Yeah, and I think I'm done with that as well. If I restart, I'm just gonna edit in 200 or 300 hard drives, and just like I did in this save, because whatever. Although HD hunting does give you something to do while you're waiting for certain things. That does not look all that bad, actually. I think I'm happy with that. All I need to do is... I would prefer to use as much glass as possible. Maybe the new... maybe the new clear glass? And... then I can use the... that actually looks quite... Ooh. I'm happy with this. Not bad for my first attempt at building something vertically, after a mere 2,500 hours. So what I was thinking, in terms of what I wanted to look like, there is one thing that I want at, but I don't know if the game allows. I doubt it does. Check it. Automated gate. I don't think that's going to work. I was kind of thinking... Doesn't help if I can't build it on top of one another. Don't need foundation. Well, that is not exactly the correct way. But what I was thinking was that it would have been cool to have, if I could build these on top of one another, have these like, okay, so the lights need on the side. But if I can't build them on top of one another, then it doesn't help, because yeah, no, that's not kind of like the gates in Factorio. But yeah, what I was thinking here is if I move that and I have these basic walls, I use those here on all of those service level things. Remove those. And I silica. Something like that. Yeah, that might work. Those of you who aren't aware, these windows have a very interesting feature. Walk into them. There's bonk. There's a petition on the question side to have Officetain add that to all of the No, it isn't. Then again, would you expect a window in a factory to be clean? That is no longer needed. Well, with all of the new features they've added, like pillars. Did I? Yeah, that. I suppose we could petition Coffee Stain to make state-of-the-art self-cleaning window glasses, but they didn't want to add golf, much to the outrage of many players. I don't know. Kind of curious about the pillars. Not that I feel a very great desire to go and redo all of these, but if I have a pillar, small concrete pillar, say of that size, am I allowed to connect? I am allowed to connect to all outlet. And in addition to that, I can then... I don't feel that I need a pillar support. Though it does make for an interesting little break in the color, I suppose. Then I could have the pipeline support going on top of that. It would look a bit less... whatever the word I'm looking for is. Well, we all know you're dirty glass. That's not a surprise. Is the metal pillar... Yeah, they really removed the lens flares from the metal pillars. It's good. But I do think that the metal pillar actually does look better than the concrete. Depending. No, if I were to replace all of those with pillars, I would use the concrete. Big concrete. I don't feel that replacing those monstrosities with those will do much difference. Big. This should be... pipelines. Let's just test with one of them. I'm going to have a flying power thing here. Flying power thingy there, but that's okay for now. Because if I want to redo this into this, shouldn't be a big problem. I'm gonna put this up, thank you. I'll do that, just so I have that in case I don't like this. Then I don't think I am allowed to place that. Can I have to do it round up? I do have to do that. Yeah, that. Indeed. Thing I didn't remove because I. Some kind. Well. Here, that's. Give me a regular. Still, I would have to. There. There. Okay, so one away from the. Do that. Remove this. And do that. Seven seems to be enough. I remove this one. If I cap that. So it would have to be like this. But I kinda feel that that looks better than that. A distance. Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm going to remove and replace all of these concrete instead. However, I don't think I'm going to be able to do the pillar support. Oh. Actually, I am, if I do it like that. Overly concerned with having a support. Ah, like that. That actually, that looks good. Thing that that is exactly half. Yep. I'll revisit that later, though. It's going to be a bit of work. Okay, this has backed up on both sides, which is what I wanted. And come to think of it, I don't want this lift to go down, I want it to go up. I was very happy when it gave me the line, but idea why it gave me that line, because apparently now it does not. Go. And to find the one pixel that binds them all. Okay. Now this one is for plastic. Just need to see here. I'm sending rubber down on this side, and I'm sending plastic down on the other side. So what I want to do then is to... This one is plastic. This station, however, we are going to turn around the platforms. Yep, like that, like that. Then the rubber will come in here, and the plastic will come in on the other side there. Perfect, actually. I guess we can just use the lift holes. But each of these belts, how much are these belts actually transporting? Excel, hello? So there's 600 and 600. Okay. So one platform for the belts coming from above and one platform for the belts coming from below. That's simple enough. Basically means that what I want to do
Not
then...
all who wander are lost.
Thank you so much for the follow, Doxpano, and welcome. Want to have that there, and then standing on this there. I think that belt will go down and hook up to there. Good idea to actually do it on the input and the output. Minor details, of course, but sometimes details are important. But need to stand on this. It. Put one straight. Way. Just take this down again to the correct height. There. Station. Then we have... I do like these conveyor lift holes. Now again it's giving me the green line. Okay, my brain is about to get fried. Yes, people should be laughing by now. Because it was right the first time around. Thank you so much, Doxpano. Yeah. This is not an unusual time for me to be online on. So, reverse the lift, and everything's going to work so much better. Although, not a line. I'm probably going to get a line from this one, though. Yes. If I had one thing that I would complain about when it comes to Satisfactory, I think it's the fact that certain things are very unpredictable. This is one of them. Also, have a wonderful tentacled hug back to you, Doxpano. Yeah, you do have a point there. I'm not going to complain about them that much, but I am going to complain endlessly about the randomness of the mergers and splitters flipping around all kinds of ways, and they have known about that for 2 years. They don't fix it. But we all need something to meow about. I mean, it is important to have something to meow about. It's a human condition, something like that. Sleep well, my friend, and hope to see you again soon. Oh, no. Of course they haven't fixed that, Catherine. You daft? Why would they fix that? That is... So, each of these belts... Yes, indeed, silly you. This is where I should do the, put on the actual, the gay act and do... Oh, silly you. How could you? I suspect there might end up a clip of that. Each of these are producing 60 per minute, and the other side is using 30 per minute. And I have 10 of these, which means that I'm producing 300 a minute on this, and 300 a minute on this, and I need those to connect up. Oh, yeah, that's a new thing that they, tell me about it, girlfriend. It's a new thing that they added now with update 5. If you build a lift, usually, it would be fixed. It would always start with the input where you built the lift, and it would give you the output at where you point the lift. But if you click R, you reverse it, and you say it, you can see that it says build mode reversed. So that's new in update 5. It's quite useful. One of those things that I'm more than happy about with the update. So no meowing about that. Quite to the contrary. It is indeed a very nice quality of life thing. That's one of the main things with update 5 actually. It is mainly about quality of life, and I feel they have done a very good job at actually improving the quality of life of the game as well. There are so many tiny things that they've added that just makes the game so much better. Like, being able to paint vehicles, like, you don't need the paint gun anymore. They've just removed that. You do need the petals, the color cartridges, but I can paint my train wagons in different colors if I want to, and that is definitely a useful addition. Even paint the train in a different color. That's new. I do prefer the default look of it for now. But you can also just hold down the left button if you don't want to do it one by one. So that's also one of those nice quality of life improvements. Anything else I can think of? A tentacle needs more rainbow. Yes. The signals, of course, are new in Update 5. I'm a little bit miffed by the fact that you can see this thing, the backside. I'm not sure why. Zooping is definitely, and also the clearance stuff, that is definitely quality of life. But zooping and being used to smart, well, I'm happy that they have zooping since I can't use smart at the moment. But the moment smart is compatible, I'm going to install that again immediately, because while it's nice to be able to build walls and stuff, I still have to do the splitters one at a time, and I do like being able to build a lot of splitters at a time. Oh, that's another thing they added. If you want to deconstruct things, you can still do the marking thing, but if you mark something and you don't want to deconstruct it, you can unselect it again. That is definitely a good update. But let's finish this. That's an interesting rule bug. Does this still work? Will this thing Now give me the rubber. So I want the... have it. Why not? Why not have it on the line? 2. So this is 300 in it. It doesn't really need to be a Mark 5 belt. Be a Mark 4 belt, but in case industrial beams are annoying to get. Okay, this works. Good. One. Power 6? Yep. The suggestion site said there was a visual glitch tentacle. The tentacle floor. Yes. Andrew can tell you about visual glitch tentacles. But yes, there are... The floor hole does have some glitches yet. The other lift. I forget to connect them. Yes, I did. I want the floor hole. Oh. I didn't realize the train tracks looked like that from underneath. That actually looks kind of cool. Will I get the line? Be sure that is the correct. Okay, and then trying to hit the 1 pixel. Not there. I want to have a merger here. 2. How about you send a message to Gowron and inquire, Glass? I'm sure he has a good response to it. This goes there, and this goes there, and we have combined them. Can I fly, please? Thank you. Then we want to have... find the pixel. Well, you know, I was saying, Glass, that you should ask Gowron whether your statement is correct or not. I mean, he seeks glory. Being a Klingon and all. Okay. I actually have rubber coming into the station. Look at that. Hold on, Catherine. Where? There. I don't know. There, it's also. Should be in here. I can find it. There. There we go. You check Discord, Catherine. You'll see. All right. This is working now, which is more than I expected. I need to hook up the plastic. So this is the problem with having a service level like this. Can't get a. Oh, I can get underneath. It is, isn't it? I was quite amused by it. It's perfectly. So the plastic goes up there, and I need to have the plastic going up here as well. I don't need lift, I want the hole. You know, I don't know. Which is why I suggest asking Gowron. I mean, if anyone could ask, he would be the... Oh, I seem to have located myself on a belt. If anyone could respond to the question, it would be Gowron, wouldn't it? Then to find the 1 pixel. I don't know why it's just 1 pixel that fits with that thing. Oops. Sadly, I'm not that much fan of Klingons, so you'd have to ask someone else. Maybe Wally does. There. I suppose I can just drag this with me instead of putting them up manually. And it there. Probably isn't all that much of a surprise, considering it gives me a line to the other one. You feel the need for an urgent DM. Yes. Goes here. This one goes there. I need then is to do the same. Well, I might be a little bit likely. This one comes from below, and the other one come from above. Fine with that. How close did I build that? I built it in the center of the foundation house. So it would be there, and it would be there, and one of them needs to go this one. And we take the elevator down and preferably sit. And this one that up there. I should remove the hole there. Okay. What probably would be the best course of action here would be have that lift also. There. Going to go help Glass finding fruits de mer. You're going to find fruits of the ocean, okay? But the sexy French chatbot is here. It needs to be fed coins indeed. So either bits, subscriptions, donations, then anything you type after that will very considerately read out loud by Closette. I don't think that's her name, but I do like calling her that. You can thank Peps.
No matter how much you plead, I will not sprout tentacles or turn into a giant eyeball. Well, I might.
Katrinovski cheered 100. Fruits de mer.
Fruits de mer, oui. Oui, oui, oui. Wait. You're not going to have calamari, are you? Why am I surrounded by heretics? Everyone's a heretic. The agony. The pain. My poor tentacled children. Well, you have a point there. You actually do have a certificate of hereticness. Hereticness. Yay! So now this thing down here should be working tirelessly to fill up that train platform. But I am going to end the stream though, because I think I want to go to bed. And this is what I set out to achieve. I'm going to connect up the other belts probably tomorrow, and then I'm not sure if we're going to start decorating this building or if we're going to move on to something else, but time will show, or as we like to say in Norwegian, time vil show. So let's find someone to raid, shall we? Translate, no. Time vil shov is actually just a Norwegian way of saying time will show. Just very literally. You are more than welcome. How can... That is not possible. Oh. Here I'm getting pretty ads. You now can travel 2 for 1 in the entire Europe, if you have an American Express card. Yes, and even though you're a heretic, I should say thank you so much for the bits, of course. I mean, I'm obliged to do that. And thank you, Addicted. Well done. Okay, word of warning here. Half of Twitch is using this add-on called Dixper. And I'm not sure if RuneSun has it active currently, or if he doesn't. But if he does, then I would be happy if you joined the raid. But if you are worried about jump scares, loud noises and stuff, don't hang out, because some of those are very loud. And I know that several of the people who come to this stream come here because I don't do that, and I will not add. Dixper is it's a new cache thing. You can, as a streamer, you can have people buy crates, and those crates are unique to your stream, and you can use those crates to have all kinds of weird things happen. Like Satisfactory wise, if I were running Dixper, you could for instance have me suddenly just start walking backwards, having me fall off a cliff or something. So it's one of those make the streamer suffer add-ons. And yes, he is running Dixper. Someone just jump scared him. Wasn't one of the worst ones, but so for those of you who are sensitive to that, please mute. But thank you all so much for joining me, and we are going to be raiding RuneSun. He is playing Satisfactory, and he is really good Satisfactory player. I just wish everyone and their grandmother wasn't using Dixper, but then again, it's good money, so I don't blame them for doing it. It is very, very good income for the streamer. So, especially for people who live from streaming, I very much understand that they are using Dixper, but it's not going to happen here. So that is at least one thing that you can be very, very certain about. There is not going to be any Dixper in Caladorn's Twitch. I like this place to be calm, serene, except when you guys break me, but laughter and jump scares is kind of two different things. But yes, I'm going to be setting up a raid for RuneSun, and thank you so much for follows and the bits, and well, and I hope to see you again soon. So, see you, setting up that, and thank you all for spending time together with me, and see you all next time, I hope.